weight and no flex. Flex, the live is one in the six. Fit the runner, boy, you nigga, no question. You will run a motherfucker high stepping. Hey, you never had a big enough weapon. Motherfucker never learned your lesson. I'm a 88 pack nigga. I'm a 88 pack nigga. I mean, day walking, drink blood, fangs out, full moon, motherfucker change like a hoe, nigga. I'm just a nigga from the hood trying to stack a little cheddar for the money.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Lightweight. Lightweight, baby. Oh, it's time to bleed. True Titan Bronx on deck. Shout out to Mighty LDBC. And I had a good weekend for boxing, man. I really did. Let me do this roll call real quick because I wanna get into this topic. One deep, my brother Macados, Mac of the South, Bernard Gilbert, Mr. Shelton, Mr. Tiptoe, Chilltown Majors, Todd Swindle, Universal Truth, Dow Big G, Del Rev, 225 Boxing Talk, Sam Max, salute. Come on in, smash the like button, like the video, share the video, follow us on Patreon and Rumble. We are live on Rumble right now. That's the move. I'm telling you right now, Rumble is the move. We are our own algorithm. Let's not leave it up to Miguel to do anything for us. Dion, salute. Sam Max, salute. Listen, Stormy in the building, salute, good brother.
Yo, what's good, man? What's good?
Hey, man. Do we have a topic here? Before I go into it, yeah, Felix, I just left Champside and salute the Trill Bill. K-Rod, salute. Listen.
I was over there too.
Bro, you know what? You look, that dude, Davey, who's been on my panel before, when that dude finally showed his face, because for a while he wasn't showing his face, and I said, that guy sounds so familiar. When he showed his face like a week and a half ago, I said, that's the dude that I was going in circles with, and I eventually had to get him off the panel. And I'm like, oh, man, you cannot fix. Now, he done talk to Bill. There's no changing people like that. So you know what you do? You acknowledge what they are and leave them alone. See? I'm not going to go into a circle jerk with people like that. That's done. I'm not doing that. Y'all saw it yourself. Now, you done talk to the source. And all I heard was Keyshawn and what are we calling them? The Amigos now? I love that name. Keyshawn, Shakur, T.O., Tank, Richardson, Hitchens, all of those guys could do anything that they want as it pertains to their business. But when it comes to Devin, he got to do everything. Remember when I said nothing matters? And they call us pushing narratives, but nothing matters when it comes to Devin. These guys are literally allowed to walk around and say, hey, man, I'm doing what's good for business for me. It's for me. You called out Devin, didn't even bother to get into the WBO rankings or WBC, whatever it was. Didn't even bother to get into those rankings. But now that dude, Davey, just said he wants some. When he was asked, Bill asked him, what do you want to see Keyshawn do next? This dude says, go after Dalton. And he said, why Dalton Smith? Is that a business decision? Oh, well, he beat up a drug cheat. They said, well, what do you respect about Super Matias? That's what he was talking about. And he says, well, I respect his skill, but you also called him a drug cheat. Did you respect that? And you know what Davey don't know? Super ducked Devin already. But I had to go. I have a show to do. But over there is grade A, hatred, monkeyism, big lip, hairy back, flea-bitten, flea-ridden coons, big lip monkeys. That dude Davey over there, quit acting light skinned. But so what? Because you know what I want to talk about? If you watch boxing, then you saw what I saw on Friday. I was so happy with Friday because in my mind, I went back to the 90s. It was a Friday. Let me see who's from my era. You come home Friday, You get yourself a nice plate of food and you sit down in front of ESPN, and what was on? Friday Night Fights. You know what else used to come on? When you flick the channel, I think Telemundo had a boxing show aired at the same time. And if you're real lucky, on Saturday, you got Boxing After Dark. All of it was free. All of it. This past Friday, we watched, and shout out to Stormy, because I was listening to him, but watching it. We had a pro box fight. It was free on YouTube. And the whole card was a banger. The whole card. But I'm not going to get into the whole card because a lot of people don't watch boxing like we do. This was the main event. Najee Lopez versus Manuel Gallegos. If you know, you know. Now, Najee is next up. He's one of them ones at 175. Manuel Gallegos, Gallegos. That's how you say his name in Espanol. Just do the research on him. This fight had everything. It was a boxing match that turned into a fight in a lot of spots. It had everything. If you don't know who Manuel Gallegos is, do the research. He has a bit of a resume. And again, I respect it. He didn't win everything, but this dude showed up on Friday. And if you loved boxing, this right here was fight of the year. I literally at the climax of the fight, I had tears in my eyes. I was so happy. This is what I want. This is what I want. And mind you, Puerto Rico versus Mexico usually are bangers anyway. I had to remove the chat. You should have saw what was being said in that chat. I said, oh my God. I said, let me widen the screen and just not. That was crazy. But what we had was a banger. Yeah, I know, K-Rod. Mexico, I think they lost the whole card. It's like that. But this was what the sport is about. Before I get deep into it, man, Stormy, your thoughts on this? This was crazy.
Man, I'm still trying to recover from watching that fight because you know how I am. I will put fights on and, you know, it's funny because you try to just tune in and watch because it's what you like to do. It's how you like to support in the sport. But more often than not, you get gems. And the gems you get is just from the fact that you love the sport. Excuse me, as you mentioned, the entire excuse me, the entire card was great. Mm-hmm. But the main event between these two men gave us everything that we tune in to watch boxing for.
That's right.
And this was a fight that could have gone either way. And I still feel the same for Gallegos for what he showed every bit as much as how I feel for what Najee was able to show, because Gallegos has been in with some stiff competition in the past, even more so than Najee. And this being only Najee's 16th professional fight. Gallegos had been in with Diego Pacheco and had been stopped by a body shot with Pacheco a few years ago. Mm-hmm. Last year, he had the two fights with Khalil Cole that he split. He won in an upset the first go around. He got stopped in the second fight, the rematch. The way he came out in this fight, that man was so determined to be victorious. It was amazing to see him walk through the punishment that was being meted out, to the degree that he was able to show some chinks in Najee's armor. It was the type of thing that, like, if you're watching a movie and there's a boxing match in the movie, that's like what you see. Ebb and flow, back and forth. Guys going down, guys getting up. Yeah. Cuts. You know what I'm saying?
Everything had everything.
Drama,
that fight had everything.
And did you notice that the ref let them fight?
Let them go.
Like, he didn't get in there and was like, you know, I'm still high. That's why I say I'm still high on the fight. I'm still high on the action. I'm still high on the two men and their performance. And I say both men because this was so good. They could do it again some point down the line. But I want people to understand, because there was a loser doesn't make the guy who lost a loser.
That's right.
Because you have men out here right now who are title holders, title hopefuls, and even former title holders that dare not show what these men displayed on Friday night.
That's right. That's right.
In fact, they are guiding their careers avoiding these type of circumstances, because these circumstances are truth tellers to fighters and where they may find themselves in the sport. But there's a reverence and a great sense of respect for guys who perform like they performed. Those are my thoughts.
Man, listen. And salute to my brother Smoke and Talk. That's the fan. Y'all make sure y'all go follow Smoke and Talk podcast. That's the reaction channel. Real Baltimore. That's my man from Baltimore. Real Baltimore. Salute. Oh, man. If y'all missed it, y'all missed Fight of the Year. And these are the type of conversations I want to talk about. Because I saw what the family said in the chat. Even in this loss, Gallegos' stock went up. It went up. And guess what? You know what he has on his side? This is the part where I say him being Mexican comes in handy. Because he gave you everything that you expect from a Mexican warrior, did he not? He went out on his shield. I'm telling you. He just came up short. Let me take you through parts of the fight. When the fight started, you thought it was going to be a Lopez night, because he buzzed him with an uppercut, hit him with two uppercuts and buzzed him early. The round ended, and you know, Manuel did like the stanking leg back to the corner. He comes back. I forget what round it was, 2 or 3, but there's an accidental clash of heads. Najee gets cut. The cut, and listen to what I'm saying. And Stormy, you know what I'm talking about. The cut was in a good place. It wasn't in the spot where the blood would run into the eye, which would have caused the stoppage of the fight. It was on the side, like right here where the socket is. So no blood gets, it looked worse on TV than it did in person. That's why when the doctor saw it, they said, oh, he's good to go. There was no blood getting in his eye. It just looked bad. Y'all ever got like a little cut and it didn't even hurt, but you look down and it won't stop bleeding? It's one of those. It don't even hurt. But like, man, this damn thing won't stop bleeding. It's not even deep. It just won't stop, right? So he had that cut. The headbutt luckily didn't buzz him, and he was all wobbling around, because then we would have had a problem. But here's what happened. And I forget what round this happened. I'm going to go back and watch it again. Welcome down, Van Hotter. Salute, brother. 88, salute. If I miss you in the chat, know that I love you. Najee starts turning up on Manuel. And it's like, okay, here he go. It's almost over. Manuel's on the ropes. And this wasn't an accident, y'all. Trainer told me back in the day, no smoke in the building. Eric Jordan, salute. Trainer told me, if your timing's great, you can actually beat someone with one hand. What that means is timing negates speed. And when someone's going out off on you with two hands, there's a part when they're doing this, all you got to do is this, straight line. What's the fastest point from A to B? Straight down the pike. Manuel got hurt. He's on the ropes. Najee starts turning up. Manuel just threw a straight right hand, hit Najee right on the button, and dropped him. I said, oh, shit. We got to fight. Automatic 10-8 round. Now, Najee wasn't buzz, but it was enough to knock him on his ass. And I said, yo. And just like that, I'm by my computer standing up watching this. I'm like, yo, it's 1995 again. I'm watching Friday Night Fights. Do you know how many bangers they had back then? Fighters don't even know. Yo, bust this. Stormy. Mickey Ward versus Emmanuel Augustus Burton. Do you remember who aired that?
That should have been ESPN.
It was ESPN. Mm-hmm. And that wasn't even like, those guys at that time weren't like world beaters. But that fight happened and it was fight of the year. Come on. It wasn't on HBO. It was on ESPN, fight of the year. People talk about that fight to this day, right now. Right now. This fight right here had it all. Najee got dropped. I said, oh, shit. He got up. He was okay. But now the pendulum swung over to Manuel. And Manuel did the best he could. And here's what I learned about Najee. Officially, Najee is a dog. And dogs like to hang out around other dogs with great stock. Did y'all peep how he left the ring with Brian Norman Jr.? Uh-oh. Dogs hang around dogs. Pussycats hang around pussycats. You know, Tank Davis, Shakur, Keyshawn, those niggas. They hang around with each other, pussycats. But dogs roam around with dogs. And I think, I don't know, is because Norman has his own promotion company. Is Najee one of those fighters? Because I don't know. I don't know. If he is, salute to him. But Najee sold me some shit Friday, bro. Now, automatically, and we have to stop doing this. Well, I know better, but we have to stop doing this as supporters of the sport. The fight just ended. I don't know why y'all got these guys in the ring with guys at the top tier and at the top of the food chain right now. Please stop doing that. Please stop doing that, because automatically, when I did pull the chat back up, they already was saying, oh, Benavidez kills him. I'm like, yo, well, come on, stop. Stop doing that shit. Stop doing that. Stop doing that. That's ridiculous. Stop doing that. All right? Is Najee Floyd? Yeah. We saw some of that last night. Or Friday night. I listened to the post-fight. And the first thing he said, yo, Stormy, that wasn't a ring. That was a goddamn one bedroom, bro. That ring was small as hell. That was like an 8x8. You could not, if you planned on running, you couldn't do that. Not in that goddamn ring. Salute to my brother EJ in that super chat. He says, Najee Lopez has the power and fury of the ninja
Give
sword.
Power to my nigga sword!
Boricua. He listen, that ring was small. That's the first thing Najee said. He said, man, that ring's small as hell. But he gave Manuel all the credit in the oh my God, man. I'm so proud of these two dudes, man. Manuel lost no stock with me because Najee is one of those ones. Mark, what up? He is one of those ones. He just lost to Manuel that night. And I'm gonna say this. moving forward, if the rankings add up and that Manuel Gallegos fight is there again, I wouldn't be surprised if Team Lopez says, you know what, let's avoid that if we can, because we're doing other things. Let's avoid it if we can, because we're doing other things. If you don't have to do it, don't do it. Now, whether Najee says, you know, F that, I'm going to take it. If he goes that route, I'll give him all the credit in the world. I'll give him all the credit in the world, man. But understand, if he don't have to, he might want to, but his advisors will probably advise him not to do it. And then we'll get into the ducking talk or whatever you want to say. Example of that, when Deontay, our brother Deontay said, hey, man, I'm going to fight King Kong Ortiz again. I was like, yo, wait, hold on, man. I was like, yo, whoa, wait. Hey, man. Hey, Bomb Squad. But, yo, hey, bro, you sure you want to do that? And he did it. Even Evander Holyfield was like, hey, man, you ain't got to do it. And Deontay didn't have to, but he did it. I would love to see a rematch. Thomas, my brother, salute. He said he was about to fight Beterbiev a year ago. Ugh. I don't know. I ain't gonna, but yo, Najee's one of those ones. This is his moment. And I love what I saw. He's an absolute dog. And so is Manuel. So would I like to see this again? Yes. Down the road, I wouldn't mind. It'd be dope if there was some belts on the line or tough rankings, you know, because this fight had everything. Fitness Nunes says Najee Puerto. Yeah, you would never know. He's one of those black Puerto Ricans. And he speaks perfect English. He's one of the. I grew up with a lot of guys like that. You don't know their Spanish until they start talking. It's like, what? All right, my boy. His father's Puerto Rican, his mother's Dominican. He looks black and speaks like everybody else, but he speaks Spanish also. So, you know, it's a New York thing, I guess. Stormy, I mean, oh man, what else can you add to this, man? I have nothing but great things to say about this.
One of the things I was talking about, because I did do my call-in show just a little bit late this afternoon. That's why I was a few minutes getting to you here. And salute to 228 Boxing out there. He called in and we had a wonderful conversation, including speaking on this fight. I had mentioned that skills went out the window here. Skills went out the window. Skills got them to the point of where they had to compete and contest one another on another dimension, and that's the dimension of wills. What side of you? And that was equal. At the end of the day, what assisted Najee in prevailing was the fact that he did enough body work that eventually it did get to Manuel. And that whole thing about wills is something that most fighters can go almost a full career until they're tested like that. I remember a great heavyweight matchup between Ray Mercer and Smoking Burt Cooper. That fight was on a CBS Saturday morning or Sunday morning. And Ray Mercer, I believe, was the WBO champion. And Bert Cooper had been a cruiserweight challenger and had moved up to heavyweight. Even was rumored to be opponent of Mike Tyson at some point, but it never came about. But Bert Cooper had an interesting way of going about his career. There were fights that he would just really get up for. And his face-off with Ray Mercer, who at the time was the American gold medalist from the 88 Olympics, and in the heavyweight division, the fight started off with Ray Mercer dropping Bert Cooper early. I think it was the first or second round. He drops Bert Cooper. And then the fight started after Cooper got up.
Yeah.
And it was such a hotly contested fight. By the time the fight was over, Ray Mercer looked like a chipmunk that, you know, when chipmunks put those
the
foods
nuts
in their jaw, in the pouch in their jaw, his jaw was out here like this, like he had a softball inside of his cheek. Yeah. And they were interviewing him ringside, and he said that he's like, I've heard about these kind of fights where you really get tested and everything. He says, well, I had mine. I don't want to go through that no more. Ray Mercer was like, he said, man, you got to kill Bert Cooper to beat him. He said,
yo,
what a compliment, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because it was like Ray Mercer was smashing people. He was like, you know how Mike Tyson would knock people out? Ray Mercer would knock people out, but it would be real nasty and ugly the way he would do it. Because sometimes he just hit them with a hard shot and they just collapse and stuff. I remember him holding the guy's head near the ropes like this and just pounding him with the
It was this bully tactics. It was crazy.
He was really something else. But Bert Cooper brought that Joe Frazier type deal in there, and that was something that Mercer hadn't dealt with before.
Right.
And it was really an interesting fight. So it kind of reminded me of these two guys. It ends up being a battle of the wills because you could think about, I got a jab, all that stuff all day long. But you also have to think about self-preservation, and I can't let this guy run me over. And Gallegos was coming to run him over. He was really attempting this. And Najee had to dig deep, man. It was really something of a spectacle to behold. And it was so enthralling. Like I said, I'm still high on it, very much.
Yes.
You know, once again, I gave that breakdown.
Mm-hmm.
In my breakdown, I said that Najee is really a really good-looking young fighter. He's out of that prospect stage. He's now moved into contention, but he's a big kid, has a big frame at light heavyweight. He looks like he could easily handle heavyweight weight because of how he's built. But I talked about him being in a fight with a man that you don't know which guy is going to show up. And Gallegos was definitely that. He showed up. If this was the same man that showed up against Diego Pacheco, he beats him. If this was the same man that showed up against Khalil Cole in their rematch, he beats him twice.
Yeah.
The man refused. He got hurt several times in this fight, but willed himself into continuing and forging ahead. He didn't step back and cower. He didn't even look to clinch and hold. He stepped forward and wanted to apply more pressure and to get in his pound of flesh. It was very, very entertaining. And like you said, it takes you back to the 90s. It's like, man, this is how the guys fought all the time.
That's right. They had something to prove because back then, if you was successful all year long on ESPN, you get that call from HBO. You want to come on Boxing After Dark, and then it elevated from there. And Najee was so honest in that post fight, man. He was so honest, and he gave Manuel Gallegos all the props in the world. Let me talk about Bert Cooper for a second. A lot of you, some of you guys are young, or you might not know. My brother War Report in the building, salute. Bert Cooper could punch, man. I remember watching him fight Holyfield, and I said, "Oh shit!"
First man to knock Holyfield down.
Yeah, bro. Holyfield was leaning on the ropes. He did a spin on the ropes. I said, "Oh crap!" Bert Cooper could punch, man. There's a lot of guys that were like that. Storm, we need to do a show on forgotten punches. Bert Cooper is one of those guys because you look at him, you say, "Oh, look who he lost to." No. If Bert clipped you, you might not make it. Another guy, Herbie Hyde. Remember Herbie Hyde? Yeah. Herbie Hyde was another guy. What'd you tell me Riddick Bowe said? Herbie, go ahead.
Riddick Bowe said that when he fought Herbie Hyde, he was asked who was the hardest puncher he's fought in his career. And he said Herbie Hyde. He said Herbie Hyde, who was every bit the dimensions of like a Holyfield out of the UK, 6'2", almost 6'3", 215, 216 pounds.
The biggest guys.
But he was strong. And he looked like an African sprinter. That's how his build was. Yeah. You know, he was cut, he was ripped, but not overly muscular, but lean muscle. Yeah. And Herbie Hyde, Riddick Bowe says, knocked him out in the fight. Bowe was near the ropes, and Herbie Hyde hit him with a shot. Boom, a right hand, and Bowe was out. But he said he hit me with a second shot and woke me back up.
Yo.
That was Riddick Bowe. He said that Herbie Hyde knocked him out. And if he just stepped back, Bowe would have stumbled around and fell. But he said he hit me with a follow-up shot that woke me back up.
Damn. That's funny as hell.
Yeah, bro.
But Herbie wasn't the heaviest of guys. He had some height on him, but he wasn't the heaviest of guys. But from what I understand, he could punch. And Riddick got him out of there. But Herbie Hyde could punch. Bert Cooper could punch. There's a lot of guys. What's his name? Why am I having Ernie Shavers? He was another guy that wasn't the biggest puncher in the world. I mean, he wasn't the biggest in stature in the world, but when he caught you, it was over. You were done for. You were done for. But there's a lot of punches in all weight divisions that are like that. They were just like that, you know. So I just wanted to I want to do a show on that somewhere down the road, man. Yeah, man. But this fight, if you can, because the card is on Pro Box. If you love boxing and you watch that card from start to finish, you were satisfied. I was sitting there watching it with a smirk on my face. I said, man, this is throwback. Salute to Pro Box for doing this. And these are the options that I'm talking about. Options. I remember when there was Showtime, HBO, ESPN, USA Network with Tuesday night fights, Sunday night fights. I used to watch Chris Bird on there all the time. You understand? And back then, I really wasn't worried about no sanctioning bodies, man. I really wasn't worried about them intervening because these were all guys jockeying for position. Who remembers the NABO? Where'd they go?
These guys, when they fought back then, if a sanctioning body got in the way, they would vacate the belt and still fight.
That's right. That's
Danny
right.
Tony and Mike McCallum had a situation like that. They were two of the top middleweights in boxing. And I think Tony had the IBF and McCallum had the WBA or something like that. And they were trying to negotiate for a unification. And
Right.
WBA was putting all these stipulations in there, getting in the way of things. And Mike McCallum said, forget it. Forget your belt. I'll fight him anyway. And he
Right.
went on and fought James Toney a couple times. They actually ended up fighting a trilogy, but that first fight, could have watched that fight in black and white and thought you was looking at something out of the 50s.
That's right, man. I respect the work, man. I respect the work. And things are changing. And I respect it because I had a lot going, and watching that, I had a lot going in my mind. I said, wait a minute. I love pro box, man. And I want them to be successful. You know, I'm watching it. You know, I looked at how many people were watching on YouTube. They had over 4,000 people, and they also have a Spanish speaking side to them. And that's a whole nother, you know, whatever they got going on. And then I'm watching Zuffa, and Zuffa got some big money behind them. That's great. But when you talk about Zuffa and you talk about pro box, you notice that we're talking about the fighters, and we're not talking about paydays and, you know, sanctioning bodies and who's promoting who and why these guys can't fight. No, if you're on Zuffa, you're fighting. If you're on pro box, you're fighting. And who knows, maybe pro box, you know, somebody want to come through there and dominate so they can get a look from Zuffa. You know what I mean? That could be the farming system. I mean, but you notice we're talking about the fighters. We're not talking about paydays and money and shit like that. Y'all don't understand how refreshing that was Friday. That was so refreshing. That's what I'm saying in the title. Is this fight of the year? Because you see the question marks up there, right? Somebody's going to, when this video uploads, there's going to be some asshole. Oh, this ain't fight of the year. Yeah, we're the third month into the year. I'm saying this is the best fight. Is it fight of the year? I'm asking a question. There's still time. We got a whole, 9 months left, damn near. There could be something. But it's hashtag instant classic, because when we review at the end of this year, what were the greatest fights this year? This right now is number one. But how many of you assholes saw it? I'm not talking about chrome hearts, tattoos, and braided hair here. I'm talking about these dudes. Gave you everything you wanted. And plus, it was Puerto Rico versus Mexico. You're gonna get a banger. You're gonna get a banger. And salute to both. I fucks with that. This was great. This is boxing. How many of y'all can talk boxing? Fucking ridiculous, man. This nigga on Champ Size Live, I don't know if he's still live right now, but that dude, Davey, I know what Champ is doing. He's shining a light, and I do it sometimes too. You shine a light on the idiots to let you know this is what you're dealing with here when you talk to these guys. And he blessed them because dude he got a guy that has no brain capacity got a chance to talk to Bill Haney today. Who else is doing that? He let him talk to Bill today. Now ask yourself, Eddie Hearn, Frank Warren, Bob Arum, Oscar De La Hoya, B-Hop, how many of those dudes are pulling up on channels and giving them their time to talk to people where they can answer some criticism? Nobody's doing that. And you wonder why I respect Bill? He don't have to. Bill done went over to fucking KO's channel. Gave him some time. But these niggas running around promoting people that don't give a fuck about him. Bill's pulling up and saying, okay, what's your critique? Let's talk. Your favorite fighter, your favorite promotion, they're not doing that. They won't dare come here. And I welcome all of it. I'm not the biggest channel, but I will ask you those questions. And with things like Pro Box and Zuffa, all of this bullshit is becoming irrelevant. You sign up with Zuffa, you're fighting who's in front of you. If it's your mandatory. You have a belt, you're defending it, period. If you don't, get the fuck out of here. Next. But give me that belt back, though, because you mean nothing. Go back to the way things were. So if you like guys just fighting anybody so you could just watch them fight, then go over there with the old regime where they're paying whatever percentage into some sanctioning body. Go on and do that. This is why I want y'all guys to understand something. This is why competition is important. I officially love Pro Box. Every time they're on, I watch them because you never know what you're going to get. And that's why I used to love watching ESPN. I keep talking about Ricardo Rocky Juarez. Y'all might not even remember him. He was on ESPN a bunch of times. Eventually, he strung up some wins, and he aired on Boxing After HBO. He might have been Boxing After Dark, but he was a decent worker. He was a decent worker, and I watched him. Hell, I watched him on the Telemundo. Wasn't even speaking English. I said, "Oh, that's homie from." I was like, "Oh, okay." And I watched him. He was a really good worker. You know what I mean? So, I mean, I watched the work. You look at Emmanuel. Go ahead.
My Pro Box story is really in lieu of Lamont Roach, because
Yes.
he had come back and won that WBA title on Pro Box.
Yeah.
But having had that experience against Jamel Herring, a fight that he could and should have won, he wasn't cheated. He had Jamel in a situation and wasn't able to capitalize. Jamel recovered from that and went on to outbox him and outclass him and retain his title. So when he got called up to face Tank Davis, and I just talked to Junior about this a couple of days ago. Junior Truth had a show that week, and you know, he was doing his little call-in thing and everything, and he was like, "Yeah, let's talk about Tank versus Lamont Roach." And he was like, "Is there anybody out there giving Lamont Roach a chance against Tank this week?" Because you know, he was coming up from 130 to 135 to face Tank. And man, the chat was like ripe with all the Tank support, right? They were like, nope. Tank in 1, Tank in 3, Tank gonna smoke him, Tank gonna do this, do that. I wrote in the chat, I said, yes, with capital letters. And Junior said, "Oh, Stormy says yes." He was like, what? He's like, "Well, let Stormy come in and let's see what, you know, Stormy had to say." So I called in and I told him, I said, I feel that Lamont Roach has a chance against Tank. I said, because first of all, there's some familiarity there that many people don't know and aren't aware of. But secondly, Roach had an opportunity against Herring and he blew it. And he vowed to come back from that, having learned his lesson, and to put himself in a position to do better next time and take advantage of opportunities that are before him. And he became a world titleist after that. And it was on Pro Box when he was able to have that breakthrough moment. And even though Pro Box is kind of thought of as a, you know, it's a low tier of boxing consideration, if you look at their shows, they constantly have contenders, even former titleists, fighting on their air. So it's like, this is not something to just sweep under the rug. And the way that Roach performed against Tank, you could see him competing with Tank. Even there was a moment in the fight where Tank tried to get a little, you know, a little that bravado, where he felt he was going to sit down on his punches and throw punches at Lamont, and Lamont answered him back. People forget these bylines to that story between the two and that matchup, but it was something that I saw in that, and I was like, see, and it became a thing where, always deferring back to that show with Junior, that we talk about, this is why you watch the sport, because there are some guys, because they take a loss, that doesn't mean that it's over for them. That doesn't mean that the buck stops there. It sometimes it takes a setback for someone to get clarity about what they really need to do. It's like a lesson. You like to use the term failing forward. You know, people, and that's the thing in life. It's like you might have saw that lady that you wanted to ask out and she shot you down. That don't mean you shouldn't ask another lady out. You know what I mean? It's like it's gonna quit, you know. And then she might have just shot you down to see how hard that you would try to ask for her to go out. She may want you to play hard to get or something. You just don't. But you have to have something in you that drives to go forward. But life deals you these scenarios, and Roach had that, and that applies directly to what we're talking about here, because these men are doing what's called making the grade. Making the grade is very important in life.
Yeah.
Greatness is something that few achieve because many are not willing to do the work that is required to get to a point of greatness. But if you notice, when people discuss something about being great, it's thrown around so cavalier that it has no respect on it. You rarely hear me say a fighter is great.
Right.
Because greatness is reserved for those who have put in the work to be placed in that area and space. Being good is okay, but the divide and separation between being good and being great is so wide. People, again, and that happens because of the participation trophy society. When everybody began to get a flag, everybody began to get a pennant or a ribbon or a trophy or whatever, then that makes everybody feel good about themselves.
Right.
But you know that there's another person was valedictorian for a reason, a person who had a perfect attendance schedule for a reason, a person who had the best grades in the class all year long for a reason, and you missed 50% of the calendar year. You couldn't do 10 push-ups in gym. You couldn't meet any other criteria in math, but you got a ribbon because you were there. That doesn't put you on the level with the rest of the students.
Right.
It doesn't. And there's something terribly wrong that this society decided to do that. Because look at us now. Look at who's in the White House. Look at who are the politicians surrounding.
Yep.
Look at who your choices are for future voting, and so forth and so on. This is what we're talking about here. And if you don't think that stuff matriculates all into the rest of society, oh, you're so wrong. It does.
Participation trophies. That's why this era is all messed up, because you got kids that's moved along in life that's actually failed. They didn't even place in the top 3. They're like in the top 9, but they got a trophy anyway. You gotta understand, losing is a part of life, and you got to teach these kids that early. When you played in Little League and your team didn't even make the playoffs, you cried about it, but you know what? After you crying, you know what happened? Your camp started early the next season, and you worked on some things. And your parents had to explain to you, you don't like losing, work harder. You stroke them, hey man, okay baby, that's all right, get it out. But you know what? You don't like losing, right? So what do you have to do? You got to work harder. Just work harder. And guess what? You work harder, it still might not work out, but the work ethic will train you mentally to work harder. That's all. And salute to my brother Thomas. He says Pro Box coming to Newark. That's right over the bridge for us. April 10th for Facio. Oh, Facio and Keith Cologne, our boys. They fighting on the undercard. April 10th is a what? That's a Friday? Hold on. That's a Friday? Yup. Oh, shucky ducky. I don't know if I'll be able to make it. We'll talk, bro. We'll talk. I'll see if I can make it. Damn it. Anyway. We'll talk. We don't do participation trophies here. Because that's why people mistake things that are mediocre for excellence. You hear things like, oh man, he's great. Oh, he's great. He's great. He's great. What does great even mean? It's like telling a whore you love her. I know that sounds rough, right? But what did I just say? You get your nut off, you tell that bitch you love her? It's kind of rough, right? But do you say that? Wake up, man. Y'all got a lot of love for nothing. You got a lot of love for nothing. What the fuck? Hold on a second. Block that dude. I don't like his name. What the fuck is that? Never mind. The fuck is that? I'm not even gonna pay that any mind. That's crazy. And if you ain't mean it like that, bro, come on back and change your name. But that was crazy. You just started your account a few days ago too. That's gay, bro. That's gay as hell.
Faggot shit.
Faggot shit. See what I'm saying? You guys are just awful. It's ridiculous. You see what I'm saying? We're talking about boxing and somebody comes in here with the name Iconic Rump Roaster. Dude, what are you doing? We don't do that kind of humor over here. Because when I call it out, I actually mean it. We're talking about boxing. We had two warriors test their mettle. Now here's the thing. Let me throw a little salt on the wounds. This fight happened. It was great. What if this was the only fight standing in between Undisputed and Najee was on the PBC and Manuel was at Golden Boy? And they were one fight away. This guy had 2 belts. This guy had 2 belts. And we're one fight away from Undisputed. G-Tatted, salute. Do you think for 2 minutes that this fight would even have happened without some bullshit? You know what would have been happening? 50 million podcasts and live streams about why one of these dudes is the A side or B side, who deserves more money, who sells less, who sells more. Oscar doing $1 billion clap back Thursdays or Tuesdays, booty shaking Fridays, whatever he does in his fishnets. People sharing that and everybody talking shit. And you know what they're not doing? Fighting. You see that? Just throw some money and some fans behind these guys. And when corporate gets a hold of this, what they do is, okay, how can we make money off of these people? Let them argue on YouTube and on social media. And somebody's going to cut down somebody's seat sales. And one fan base is going to say, well, this guy don't sell. And what has he done to deserve this, and that? Meanwhile, in my scenario, I just said they both champions, right? Let's say both of them had 2 belts apiece. And the only thing left at 75 is for them to fight each other. Corporations will just say, well, fuck what needs to be done. How much money can we make off of this? Let them cry about that fight for another 3 years before we make it, because we want to make top dollar. And the reason why I'm bringing this up is because ProBox gave us this fight immediately. Immediately. Now, I know a lot of y'all say, well, Manuel lost before. Najee's undefeated. It don't matter, bro. Najee was worked Friday. He said that. He was worked. But you see, when you remove bullshit, you get more competitive fights like this. When you let corporate get a hold of shit, you know what they do? They say, hey, man, you know, This guy has nice hair, and I like his eyebrows. Let's just arch him a little more. Let's pay for some more tattoos. Hey, the women love him. The dudes love him too. Let's get him 5 bullshit fights. Let's call Mauricio Silly Man. Tell him to get anybody from any sport, rank them, have them jump the line, and throw them in there about 5 times this year. And we'll take care of the rest. Hashtag Ryan Garcia. See what happens when you leave it up to corporate? Are y'all paying attention or y'all just going through the motions, man? I love the sport. Who do y'all love? I mean, goddamn. I still see big lip knuckle draggers, talk up Ryan Garcia. I still see y'all niggas doing this. I want to see a picture of your Air Force Ones. I bet you they look like gloves. Fucking monkeys. You big lip, gap tooth monkeys. That nigga Davey got Down syndrome, I'm sure. When your eyes are halfway out your head and you look like Corky. Remember that character Corky from that fucking movie? I mean, from that TV series? What was the name of that show? The kid with Down syndrome. He's one of them. Get the hell out of my sport, man. Get out of my sport. What is wrong with y'all?
Did you see that clip I sent you guys on Instagram with that Down syndrome kid that became a pilot?
These are the people who want to argue.
Man.
Hold on. Hold on. I swear to God. Hey, yo. Hey, yo. Oh, wait. Yeah, you know what, Stormy? I'm not gonna take you to hell with me. So let me just go on record saying this is not this ain't Stormy. It's me. It's me. I'm doing this. Okay, I'm doing this. This ain't Stormy. It's me, y'all. It's me. So I don't want to hear y'all saying, hey, man, cancel Stormy. He shouldn't have did that. No. It's not Stormy. It's me. All right? So now that we've said that, all right? I want y'all to understand, all right? Don't blame him. You can blame me, though. With that being said, let me just upload this for y'all. Oh, boy. Where the fuck is it? Okay, it's over here. Where the fuck is it? Just saved it. All right, here it is. I'm not talking to fans that look like this. All you fucking Tank fans, when you rub the makeup off your face, this is how I see you. This is how I see you. You need help. You need help. All you niggas got Down syndrome. Motherfuckers, what's wrong with y'all? See what I mean? Now I'm talking boxing. I got motherfuckers in the chat coming up with names like Rump Shaker, Penitentiary Love. Are you kidding me? This is how gay dudes are. You know what? That's gay. This is where all the gay shit comes from. When I be like, yo, hey, hold on. I'm talking boxing, and you coming up here with this gay shit. I never started this, and I realized that there's a lot of homosexuals running around here on YouTube. Hey, why you like Tank Davis? Yeah, he from the trenches. Okay. Yeah, you know, and then Ego with the braids and whoa, what? Chrome hearts, and then you say you like looking at them. You literally said that. Got it. I read through everything. Yeah, he did look like KQKC, didn't he? Hey, man. Speaking of Down syndrome. Super chat. Foaming at the mouth. Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here, man. Salute to Najee. Thomas said he got relatives in the BX. Salute to them. And salute to Manuel, man. How many people spoke about this fight that y'all watch? I'm just curious. Outside of Stormy and me today. Because Stormy watched the whole goddamn fight. And I was listening the whole time. How many of your favorite channels spoke about this? Y'all do know this is a fucking classic, right?
Man, do you realize during my broadcast, there was a point, you know, where I said, damn, they're doing so much. I can't even call the action because it was like.
They were doing so much.
It was so much back and forth. I was like, man. And the ref was letting them fight. The ref wasn't getting in there, interrupting. It was a fight, bro.
That ref did the best job that I've seen in a while. He didn't get away with the action. There were no intentional fouls. The headbutt was an accident. I mean, things like that happen. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate Manuel's heart. And I also appreciate Najee, because this is what I want to see. I want to see when you meet adversity at any point. Y'all know sometimes a cut could ruin the whole mindset of a fighter.
Yeah.
And it's like the fighter's not hurt, but he cut and it's bothering him. Najee, you know, he dug deep. And he got hurt. And he was in a tight ass ring. Yo, man, that ring was small as hell. That ring was small. I'm watching it like, yo, hold on, man. The biggest ring I've seen in person was probably, shit, might have been a 20 by 20. That ring last night was like a 10 by 10. I'm not even kidding. That was a spandex ring. Crazy shit, man. Ain't nobody talking about this fight. So at 75, what is he ranked, by the way? Let me look that up. What is Najee ranked? I didn't even bother. I was just so hype. Let me look at the rankings. And by the way, there was a lot of boxing last night. Najee is, unless it's updated, he's ranked number 15 in the BO. I don't know if it's been updated since yesterday. He's 14 in the BC. He's 6 in the BA. And he is 12th in the IBF. Okay. All right, so now we're gonna go with fantasy matchups right now by way of the rankings. So let me see something. In the BC, Najee's ranked number 14. Okay, now let me ask you a question. Because there's a name in here. Now watch this, brother. Stormy, let me ask you. Since the WBC does what's best for business, right? Najee had an outstanding performance Friday. He's ranked number 14 in the WBC rankings. These guys do whatever the hell they want to do, so fine. How do you feel if Mauricio Suleiman does what's good for business and leapfrogs Najee all the way to number 4, and on the undercard of Benavidez's next fight, you put him on as a co-main event versus Ben Whitaker? How do you feel that? How do you see that fight coming out?
Najee knocks Ben Whitaker out because he's a serious fighter. He don't play. Whitaker has some athleticism and he's kind of in that mode where it's almost like a novelty. I don't necessarily look at him as a guy that's going to be competing for the top of the line in that division. Najee showed me some stuff last night. And remember when Whitaker had that first fight with Liam Cameron was taking the fight to him, and he got so frustrated that he pulled that man over the top rung of the ropes with him and took a spill and then feigned an injury so the fight wouldn't continue. That told me all I needed to know about him.
That's right. I have to put it on.
A lot of guys turning away from Najee after that performance last night.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Pardon me for 1 second. I have to put it on subscribers mode only because I have a homosexual that literally wants to sick my duck. So if you're not subscribed to me for more than 5 hours, you can't speak to me now. See, I have to do things like that. And all he was doing was putting brolic grown men in his avatar, taking shots at me. Didn't I tell y'all that nobody could say anything to me without talking about my physique? Didn't I tell you that? And when I get on here and talk about them being homosexuals, I'm not making it up. I'm not making it up. So now when you speak to me, put it in the super chat. You see how that works? Y'all think I'm this is where the gay shit come. You can't make it up, man.
I'm gay. Gay, like super gay. Like one down here, one here, one here, one here gay. I thought you knew that.
You niggas suck your own nipples when you know I'm coming on live. Say, what is wrong with y'all? What is wrong with y'all? I'm gonna tell you what's wrong. Y'all gay. You want to talk to me? Put it in the Cash App. Put it in the Venmo. Put it in the Zelle. Fuck out of here, faggots. Guys are gay as hell. I'm talking boxing and you watching me in a tank top. That's why during the week I cut my damn camera off. Every goddamn troll that came through here. Look at him doing pull-ups. Look at him jumping rope. Look at him bench pressing. Look at him. Look at his shoulders. Get off my dick. What is wrong with y'all? Hit the gym. What the fuck is wrong with you? I'm 50 years old, man. The fuck? I gotta work extra hard to maintain. I'm old. What the fuck is your excuse? Stop eating Cheetos. Stop eating spicy hot Takis. Pick up a cucumber and don't pound it up your ass. Cut it up and eat it.
What are you, a homo?
Fucking faggots. What's the matter with y'all? What does it matter with y'all? Now I gotta put on subscribers only because you're stalking me. Jerk face is watching me right now. Look. He's not talking about boxing now. He's talking, nigga, I blocked you. That's why. I'm giving you attention. Get on here. It's the same spick that flashes dick behind stage. Why would you do that to another man? I mean, that really happened. That really happened. He clicked the link, and I said, turn your camera on. I'm not letting you on here. And he's flashing his dick right there. I have the video. I sent it to the appropriate people. And right now, YouTube is actively working out how to stop that shit from happening. I also sent it to StreamYard. Like, yo, y'all got to do something about this. When things like this happen, and let's say some people that don't know any better, let them onto the platform, we get in trouble when we don't know people do shit like that. We don't know when they're going to do it like that. And then we get in trouble for that. So they're trying to figure out how to stop that. But all I'm doing is talking boxing. We had a wonderful event. That whole event Friday was great. And this dude on here talking about Dick Trump 2000 trying to salute me in the goddamn chat. Butt blast boxing 2 million. What's wrong with you? What the fuck is wrong with you? And then get mad when I go ahead and be like, yo, these dudes is gay. Y'all did this. What is wrong with you? My God. You guys are gay to the 8th power. What the fuck is wrong with you? You know you're gay when every time you walk down a block.
Listen to this right here.
You're farting by accident. Every time you walk into the room, we're smelling eggs. Like, who is doing that? You can't control the silent ones because you're getting your asshole stretched. And then you want to come over here when I talk about your boyfriend, Tank Davis, or the new dudes you rubbing your nipples over. You get mad. Don't worry. Wait till tomorrow. I got smoke for everybody. You know why? Because I'm pimping you. Now, here's the funny part. Everything I do is of substance. I pimp you assholes just by talking about your favorite fighter. You tune in, and I'm talking to the haters now, you tune in when I tell the truth about your favorite fighter. Inactive squad, the amigos, that's what Champ Sider's calling these bum ass niggas. But where's the lie? I don't have to. But wait till Monday through Friday. I'm gonna talk about your scumbags. I have a Monkey Tuesday. I gave all of you knuckle draggers all the smoke on Monkey Tuesday. Because you're monkeys, you're primates, you're a bunch of niggers. It's okay. I call it out. I dedicated a day to you knuckle draggers. It's bad enough you're not doing what you're supposed to do in the sport. But then when you talk about Devin, you got to bring up Ryan. I got you. Monkey Tuesday. And I have a stalker in the chat. It's the same, and I bet you it's not a white guy, it's not a Latino, it's a nappy-headed knuckle-dragging nigga. And I got to do videos like this.
Hey, mister, wanna buy a monkey?
Yeah, come on! Yeah, man, come on! Yeah, man, come on! Yeah, man, come on! Yeah, man, come on! Faggot shit! Better than that!
Would you like to buy a monkey?
Monkey!
Car fire. Car fire. So don't worry. Wait till Tuesday. I'll give you all the goddamn attention you want. But I'm talking boxing. Najee Lopez, Manuel Gallegos. They did the sport of boxing justice. And you can't even talk about that. I'm on here with a tank top. Do you know some dude? Watch this, y'all. When I used to work with Fanon in the mornings, some dude literally got into the chat, and some of y'all might remember this. And he said, "Yo, Drew Titan looks like Brian Pumper. He's the Brian Pumper of boxing." And I'm like, "Who the fuck is Brian Pumper?" So I went to Google, and I said, "Oh, I seen dude before. He's a porno dude, some diesel porno dude." And I'm like, "Wait a second. Why would you say that? You can call me anything, but why would you call me that?" I get the steroids joke and, oh yeah, haha, you can't do 8 push-ups. And when you around or see somebody that obviously works out, you're a hater. Instead of saying, "Hey man, I'm trying to increase my push-ups." Well, 30 for 30. Let's get it. Holler at me behind the scenes. We ain't got to talk boxing. Let's talk about health and wellness. We could do that. I ain't got to fuck with you about boxing, but you know, I don't want you to die. Unless you're an asshole. Dude really, if y'all don't remember, dude really said that. And I was like, hold on. Fanon read it. It was like, "Yo, bro, why would you?" And I said, "Well, who is that?" And I Googled it and I said, "Oh, I know dude's face. He was like online." And I was like, "Oh, that's the porno dude." But why would you say that? You must be watching a lot of Brian Pumper, right? Do y'all know some dude literally emailed me and said, "Yo, I would get more views if I did lives with my shirt off"? A man wrote me that. I never responded. I blocked him though. And it was a dude that used to be in the chat a lot. I don't know where he went, but I blocked him he can't email me anywhere. I read that. I'm like, who the fuck? I said, "Ain't that dude that be?" Why would you say that, bro? And that's where my antennas went up. Like, yo, I don't know what's going on in YouTube for real. Y'all remember when the general said, when he had his OnlyFans and had the chicks he was working with, and dudes was emailing him, "Hey man, you get more views if you would get in the mix with these chicks." Wait, what you trying to say? You want to see 78's penis? That's what you're saying? That's what you're saying? Now wait a minute. I'm trying to talk boxing. Why I gotta be Brian Pumper? Why you gotta make several troll accounts that have gay overtones? And then when I get on here and be like,
What are you, a homo?
y'all see where it comes from now, right? Ridiculous, man.
Faggot shit.
It's fucking stupid.
All of you, man.
It's fucking stupid. But it doesn't make any sense, okay? It's fucking stupid.
Y'all understand now where it comes from? Y'all girls too. There's something wrong with y'all bitches too.
She's retarded.
Some of you bitches are stupid.
She's retarded.
Y'all remember that chick that tried to holler at Trump guy on some pointless shit, and he was like, "Well, state your facts." I didn't know we needed facts to have a conversation. I was in Florida listening to that. I was literally in Universal Studios listening to that. I'm like,
She's
yo,
retarded.
what is going on here? I'm like, wait, hold on, man.
Oh man.
Is she for real?
She's retarded.
Where's my other goddamn? You know, I got a whole magazine for all of y'all cats, man. I got a whole magazine. I literally have to put it on subscribers mode because I got one motherfucker stalking me.
Faggot shit.
What the fuck is wrong with y'all?
Faggot shit.
Don't worry, man. I'll talk about your love interest during the week. I can't have one conversation about boxing. I'm not the athlete, goddammit. I'm trying to give Najee and Manuel their props, and you come in here with all
shit.
it's ridiculous.
Nigger.
Cause ain't nothing but a nigga doing this.
Nigger.
I'm telling you.
Fuck you, nigga.
All my troubles come more nigga. Yeah, it makes me mad. Why you niggas are so against somebody for you?
How much longer do you think your
It
mom
makes me so mad. Long enough to beat your ass if you fuck up. That's right. You might not get out of the stadium tonight. You gotta be cool because you've been watched.
Can I talk about the size of a nigga's lips? Y'all lips be big, but you ain't saying shit. You just big lips. You the Ryan Garcia. The active squad. Lips all big, spitting. You sound like the nigga from fucking remember the nigga from Fat Albert? Oh, Katie, Fat Albert. Mumble mouth niggas. You sound like all of these rappers today. Man, sucker tank dick now, man, active squad. Man, don't make my dick get hard. Man, on the active squad. Man, now fuck a nigga hard. That's y'all niggas. Y'all got bars. Y'all are gay as fuck. Y'all are just gay. All of y'all.
Faggot shit.
Don't make me go to Rumble tonight. Don't make me do it. I'm walking that line. Y'all are incapable of talking boxing. Backshot boxing 2000. His avatar be a booty hole. Crazy. Just because you could live your full life with AIDS, y'all think it's okay to just run around.
Take your stinking paws off me, you damn dirty ape!
Faggot shit.
Yeah, this one's not getting monetized. I don't care. It's just further proof. Y'all don't like boxing. Y'all like men. Y'all love on men. There's no excuse. Do y'all understand Friday was the highlight of boxing for this year? Do y'all even understand that? We had a great outing on Friday, and y'all are just, just buck dance. Y'all are disgusting. Y'all are horrible. Just shut up. Y'all like it better when we on here and we want to fuss with y'all. You want to fuss about Shakur and everything. I'll do it during the week. You know why? Because y'all get my numbers up and I get paid more. Tonight, y'all proven that y'all are incapable of talking boxing. There hasn't been more than 60 people in here. Tomorrow, I'm going to have 160 because of what I'm going to talk about tomorrow, which proves my point. Y'all don't watch boxing. Y'all don't watch boxing. Friday night was the best night of boxing I've seen in a long time. Ain't nobody left that arena rich or for purses. There was not $1 million that one fighter left off of that pro box with. Maybe a strong double figures, probably 6 figures. I don't know. But nobody left with $1 million. And all of those fighters on that card fought their goddamn heart out. Pro box is coming to New Jersey. I'm going to try and make it. Are you going to be there if you live in a tri-state? Probably not.
Faggot shit.
Montemusa, my brother, salute. That's all right. I'm back on the bullshit Monday through Friday. I'll be talking about all the shit that y'all like arguing over. But one thing you can't talk about is boxing. I can't even give Najee and Manuel their goddamn flowers without some doodle chaser coming up in here. Who the fuck makes a YouTube page just to troll little old me? You need a hug? All right, well, try and come get one if you see me in public. That's really a dare. I'll hug you, all right. You'll stop breathing. That'll be into you. You remember in Gladiator when he said, what did he say? He said, the king said, how his son turned out is his failure as a father. And he hugged his father and he suffocated him and killed him. And that's how he became king. And Maximus knew what was up, but what did he do to Maximus? He made him a slave and tried to kill him and all kinds of shit. That's y'all niggas. I will hug you till you die. In other words, don't come near me. Fucking idiots. It's ridiculous.
Faggot shit.
You guys are ridiculous. You can't talk boxing, man. You know what? I'm gonna close it up for the night, man. This is ridiculous. It was a great night of boxing. It's on Pro Boxers on YouTube. Salute to YouTube for I guess they have a deal with Pro Box. If you have a YouTube account, you can watch a Pro Box card. You understand? And I'm glad they're doing this because that was throwback shit on a Friday night, man. That was throwback shit.
And go back and watch some of their previous shows because they all have been pretty damn good.
I have not been disappointed. I have not been disappointed. And if you love boxing, you support things like that. And that's why I said, you cats don't love boxing. You cats love on boxers.
Faggot shit.
Nigger.
You guys are gay. Scott, what up, man? You said you made a Najee Lopez Wikipedia page. Well, get it right. Make sure you get everything right. Freedom's March. Salute, brother. Well, let them know where they can find you, Sensei. I'm closing this shit up.
And everybody can find me right here on YouTube. But the thing to do is to follow me right over to Rumble.
Yep.
Because that's where it's going to be popping off. My live streams and everything will be pretty much on Rumble. And YouTube will be a stepping stool as they deserve.
That's right.
Peace to everybody, and do yourself that solid. That Sunday call in today was broadcast on Rumble only.
That's right.
So you will have to go to my post page and you can see the link for it. Click on that and hop on over there. And I had a number of people in the chat today peeping through the blinds instead of just writing on in the chat like they should and everything. I don't know what that's all about.
Faggot shit.
Yeah. That's exactly.
You can't talk boxing. Stormy, if you did 8 lives in a row cutting Tank's ass, you already know.
Mm-hmm.
You already know. But I ain't giving them. Well, I'm gonna pimp them because y'all like getting pimped. So if Tank gonna take y'all money, I'm gonna take some too. Why not? But I'm gonna say what I always say: point out the lie. Watch this, y'all. Tank ain't shit, and I'm gonna cut him up tomorrow. I'm gonna cut him up tomorrow, and I'm a big Devin Haney up. Get my views up. Bronx on deck.
Move!
Why are you gay?
Who says I'm gay?
You are gay. faggot shit.